Hi everyone, welcome to Warren's Team Talk. Thank you very much for coming and joining me this afternoon, this evening, this morning, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I'm very, very grateful for that you'd want to come and join me. Got no idea why you would, but still, thank you for coming all the same, and thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're having a great, great day wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And yeah, like I say, thanks for coming. So today what we're doing, we're going to look at all the fixtures that are kicking off at 3 o'clock in League One and in League Two today. And we'll see how we go with that. And we've got a selection, I think, of about 4 games that we're going to sort of be the main ones that we focus on. But 1 from League One and 3 from League Two. So it should be an interesting afternoon. Hopefully lots of excitement and thrills and spills and whatever. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. And Joanne Smith's in the chat already. And she says, hello all. And I'm sure everyone who's watching either live or on playback will want to say hello to you as well, Joanne. I hope you're good. And she says, hello, Warren. Hi, Joanne. I hope you are good, and I hope you're having a great, great day with the cats, and I hope they're looking after you. Joanne says, I will tell you why we join your show because it's very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. And be glad when the Premier's back. To be honest, Joanne, at this point in time, I couldn't really give a monkeys, to be honest. But yeah, I really like. I'm like cares. I'm past caring, to be quite frank. It's I don't know. It's part of me that thinks, yeah, it'd be great when it comes back. Then part of me that thinks, well, somewhat. But anyway, so yes, they crashed out on the bed. Good. I'm sure they had a busy night. Hunting all the rodents and whatever. But yeah, so lovely to see you though, Joanne. I hope you're well. And thank you for coming in and joining me. It's lovely to see you. Anyway, so let's get on with the show. And on Tuesday night, I'm going to be honoured to be joined by Kenny Ken. And we're going to talk about his Desert Island football matches. Basically what it is, he gets to choose what football matches he would like to have take with him if he was deserted on the desert island, either like on video or VHS or Blu-ray or DVD or digital media, something like that. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting chat. He's made some interesting choices for his matches, so I'm really looking forward to talking to him about that and seeing what he's got to say about the choices he's made. So it's going to be great because the last one I did with Jez, in my opinion, was absolutely superb, and I know that Jez really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Joanne says, I don't think we will sign anyone now. I think it will be the same old story at Arsenal. I ain't got any illusions that Arsenal are going to do anything. Even if it's true that what I've heard about Jesus being injured and he's going to be out for weeks and weeks, I just don't think he'll do it. I just think he's that arrogant that he'll think he can get through and they don't need anyone. And Joanne says, oh, Kenny, Kenny, lovely. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it, Joanne. It's going to be mad. Pele is on end of life care, sadly. I heard today. Oh, no. That's really sad. God bless him. Lovely man. So, no, that's just like, I was already like upset. So hearing that has just made it worse, to be quite honest. But still, if he's going to go, I just hope he goes with a lot of dignity and he doesn't suffer too much and whatnot. But God bless him, and I hope his family don't suffer too much and whatnot. Oh, God bless him. So let's have a look. Moving on from that sad news, let's have a look at the Sky Bet League One EFL table. So this was as of yesterday. Plymouth Argyle were top, 2 points clear of of Ipswich Town in second. Your dear lovely neighbours, Joanne. And then currently in the playoff spots, you've got Sheffield Wednesday, Peterborough United, Bolton Wanderers, and Barnsley. And there is currently 11 points separating second with sixth. So there you go. Portsmouth, who are Warren's Team Talk selection for the FA Cup, they're currently sat seventh, but they've got a game in hand on some of the teams. They've got 2 games in hand on. So if they win both those games, they'll be in a automatic promotion spot. So, and 1 point off the top. So fair play to them. And in the relegation zone, currently, we've got Milton Keynes Dons, Burton Albion, Morecambe, and Forest Green Rovers, and all 4 of them are on 14 points and 6 points adrift at the bottom. So it's not looking good for those 4 clubs, I have to say. So let's move on. So let's have a look at the League 2 table. So at the top of that league, we've got Leyton Orient and Stevenage. Leyton Orient are 5 points clear at the top, just like Arsenal are at the top of their league. And in the 4 playoff spots, you've got Northampton Town, Barrow, Bradford City, and Carlisle United. And then just behind that, you've got Swindon Town and Mansfield Town. So there you go. And in the relegation zone, you've got Gillingham and Hartlepool. Now, both those clubs will be in danger of being relegated out of the Football League altogether and be playing in the National League. Now, Hartlepool, they were once managed famously by Brian Clough. It was his first job in football management. So, yeah, it's quite sad. I've been to their ground as well, and Jesus Christ, I've been there twice, I think. I think it was twice we went there. And I remember one occasion, it was blowing a gale, freezing cold, wet, it was blowing. The wind was so strong that when the player took a throw in, he took the throw in and the ball went back out again. He threw the ball into the pitch and the wind picked it up and it went back out. It went out again. Absolute madness. And the ground is just across the road from the beach, which is the North Sea. So when we went there, right, I went and paid my money at the terrace, and the fella on the terrace on the turnstile said to me, "Welcome to hell, mate." Oh, lovely, absolutely lovely stuff. So there you go. That was my experience of Hartlepool. There's more to that story, but that's just a little excerpt. If you want to find out more, check out my Groundhopper Diaries series. There's a playlist on my YouTube channel, and you can go and check out some of the stories that I've got to tell about some of the other grounds that I've been to up and down this country and abroad for that matter. An absolute litany of madness and chaos everywhere I went. So the 3 o'clock kickoffs we're looking at today are Accrington Stanley against Oxford United, Hartlepool United against Stockport County, Northampton Town against Tranmere Rovers, and Rochdale v Harrogate Town. And I've got stories to tell about a few of those clubs, but that's for another day. So the lineups and formations. Right, this is the lineup for Accrington Stanley. We've got Savin, Clark, Hamilton, Astley, Coyle, Wally, Lee, Longjello, Rogers, Connolly, who's captain, and Thumb. And for Oxford United, we've got Eastwood, Anderson, Moore, Finley, Brown, Bate, McGuane, Brannigan, Henry, Taylor, and Brown. And let's see what else we got. The formations. Accrington are going with a 3-1-4-2. It's an interesting formation, I have to say. And then Oxford are going for a 4-2-3-1. And then Hartlepool are going for their starting 11 is Killip, Tumulty, Murray, Menesse, Ferguson, Featherstone, who's captain by the looks of it, I think. Silla, Missalou, Cook, Hasty, and Umarai. And Stockport County, they're going with Hinchcliffe, Southam Hales, Wright, Horsfell, Madden, who's captain, Collar, Johnson, Rydell, Crossdale, Wooten, and Hippolyte. And then the formations for these two clubs. Hartlepool are going for a 4-3-3 and Stockport are going for a 3-4-2. And Northampton and so Northampton's game against Tranmere Rovers. Northampton, their lineup is Burge, McGowan, Sowerby, Guthrie, Sherrin, Hoskins, Fox, Pinnock, McWilliams, Bowie, and Odimayo, and Tranmere Rovers, their lineup is Dohan, Dacres, Cogley, Davies, Byrne, Bristow, Morris, Connor, Merry, Hawkes, Lewis, and Hemmings, who's captain. And Northampton are going with a 4-3-3 and Tranmere are going with a traditional 4-4-2. My favourite formation, I have to say. And the starting lineups for Rochdale and Harrogate. Rochdale are going with Donnell, Ebanks, Landell, who's captain, Ball, Odo, Keohan, Brearley, Graham, Quigley, Dio Goraga, John and Henderson. And then Harrogate Town are going with Jameson, Falkingham, Burrell, Thompson, Grark, Coley, Follering, Headley, Ramsey, Ferguson, and Armstrong. And Rochdale and Harrogate, their formations will be Rochdale are going with a 4-2-3-1 and Harrogate are going with a 4-2-3-1 as well. So I reckon all these games are going to be quite interesting. So we'll leave the screen on that and we'll just take it from there, I guess. Right, so let's get back in the chat. Where are we? And yeah, I remember that. And Taib says, hi, Warren, my good friend. Hello, mate. How you doing? Lovely to see you, buddy. I hope you're well. And Taib says, hi, Joanne. And Taib says, Warren, what's that player's name? Number 20 for Rochdale. Plays in midfield. Laugh out loud. Mate, do you seriously want me to go back? Let's have a look. Just for you, I'm going to go back. Goraga, I suppose that's what his name is. Goraga, I guess. I don't know. I've never heard of the fella before, mate. I don't know. Do you know him? you ever seen him play? Because I ain't. I have to say I haven't watched a game in League Two for donkey's years, to be quite honest. But there you go. So let's see. What's the time? We've got about 7 minutes for kickoff. Anyone got any scores that they think might happen today in this league? Any news regarding any of these games that you want to share or thoughts? What's your predictions for the matches? And there was some games earlier today as well, by the way. So let's get that up and we can see what happened with that. So let's go and look what the scores were. So the scores in League One today, we had Derby County 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Milton Keynes Don 1, Burton Albion 1, Shrewsbury Town 2, Lincoln City 0, and currently 6 minutes into added on time is Forest Green Rovers 2, Cambridge United 1. So that was the scores in League One today, and currently, let's go back here and see what the scores were in League Two. So there we go. Look, AFC Wimbledon 1, Grimsby Town 0, Gillingham 0, Salford City 3, Leyton Orient 3, Bradford City 0, and Carlisle United 1, Sutton United 1. And there's about 2 minutes left to play in that game there. So that's a really bad result at home for the Gills. They could be facing the prospect of going into non-league football, and it will mean, if that happens, that there'll be no league clubs in Kent in the whole of the Football League, which I can't remember that whenever that happened the last time. Yeah, that'd be quite sad, really. Because I like Gillingham, I don't, but to not have a Football League side from Kent, no, it's not good. It's not good. Do you know what I mean? It's not. But still, that's the way it is. If they're not good enough, then they're not good enough, and that's it. End of story. So we'll see. Carlisle United 1, Sutton United 1, Randell Haran scored for Sutton United in the 45th minute. He equalised a goal scored by Edmondson in the 30th minute. And then that goal was assisted by Moxon. And then in the 3rd minute of added on time at the end of the game there. And couple of people got bookings as well right near the end of the game. I dare say that was for a scrap. Knowing what it's like in that league, I bet you that was because of a scrap. Yeah, they're not slow in coming forward with their opinions in that league. That's for sure. That's why I like it, because it's like Not because I want to see fellas scrapping all the time, because if I wanted that, I'd get tuned into, what's it called? MA or something. I don't know what it's called. Bloody that thing where they fight in a cage and whatnot. All that nonsense. But yeah, exciting stuff. And 2 minutes now to kick off, guys. Predictions? Any predictions for the games today? So let's see who else we've got in here. There's like a few people. And Taib Hassan says Pad Kid poured card. Sorry, Pad Kid poured curd, pulled cod. What the hell? What's that all about? Jeez. Taib, man, you are absolutely off your rocker, son. You really are. You're an absolute. Oh my dear. Tony Ibarra, hello, we're on in chat. Thoughts on Gabriel Jesus? Probably out till January. He won't be involved for the rest of the World Cup. Mate, I reckon he's going to be out for the rest of the season. Arsenal always say this. When a player gets injured, they go, yeah, he'll be out for a month. And then he's out for like 4 or 5 months. You wait and see. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to be doing a video in the next week or so, like trying to chivvy up the Arsenal a bit about some transfer activity, because I've got a feeling they ain't going to do anything. I really do. I just think they're going to think, oh, it's all right, we're top of the league, nothing to worry about. No. You need to go out and strengthen this squad, because one, it's paper thin, and even like the first choice starting 11, it needs improving, right? We need a proper goal scorer. We need at least one winger. We need a couple of central midfield players. Xhaka's had a very good season, but he's not the answer. No. We need a proper right back. That bloody playboy we got at the moment, I don't know what the hell's happened to him, why he's had to come home from the World Cup. But sorry, someone who's not interested, who doesn't like football, and has got no interest in developing his career by watching football and learning from other people, no, on your fucking bike. I don't want him at the club. He's a dickhead. He's fucking up his own arsehole. And Taib says a tutor who tooted the flute tried to teach 2 young tutors to toot. She said the two to the tutor, it's harder to toot, or is it harder to toot or to tutor 2 tutors to toot? I'd say it's harder to write absolute nonsense, Taib, which that is, right? I'm not going to pull that sentence apart because there's a few errors in it, mate, but never mind. You carry on, sir, because it's fucking hilarious. I love it, mate. Absolutely love it. You're so funny. You should have a stand-up routine, mate. It would be absolutely hilarious. Tony Ibarra says, hi, Taib. Any one-liners today? Mate, he's got a bloody book full. He's sitting there with a book and he's going through a book and then copying them out of his book and then putting them in the chat. The man is an absolute legend, Tony. Absolute legend. He's honestly, I love it when he comes in the chat because I know that he's going to have it rocking and rolling. And Dave says, Tony, up there, bro. Laugh out loud. Exactly. It's absolute quality. Don't get old, Dave. Exactly. Don't you dare. And Gavin O'Flatty's in the chat. Fair play to you, Gavin. I hope you're good, man. Nice to see you. You, after a few whiskies, Ty, drunk, texting one night. Oh my good God, that is a scary thought. Like, Taib on whiskey, Jesus. No, no, no. No, save the world from that fate. I'd rather be facing the prospect of a Martian invasion than having to face that one. Laugh out loud, Tony. Tony, laugh. Tave says, laugh my ass off, Gavin. Exactly. And Tony Ibarra, also my sources say Cronkies have approved 250 million to spend in January transfer windows. Right, yeah. And my sources have told me as well that they've just found life on the moon, and that it's Elvis Presley, and he's singing. He's doing a concert tomorrow night, and it's going to be live on YouTube. He's going to be streaming it on my channel. So yeah, if you want to come in and join in with that, 8 o'clock tomorrow night, LBC live in concert on the Warren's Tea Talk YouTube channel. Fucking hell. 250 million? No. Mate, if they do that, I will do a streak around my lounge. There you go. And I will broadcast it live on the internet. Jesus Christ. No, that's not happening. Tony, where did you get that information from? Joanne Smith says, hello, Taib. And Joanne says, hi, Tony. Yeah, Tony, mate, if it happens, it'll be absolutely superb, but I can't see it. And then, anyway, he probably bloody waste it anyway on players, a few couple of 16-year-olds, 18-year-old, project youth. None of them were bloody ready, and that will be that. So let's see what happens, because I've got no confidence in him. Gavin Faculty says, be surprised if they approved £2.50 for McDonald's, for fuck's sake. Exactly, Gavin. That's my thoughts entirely. And Tony Ibarra says, hello, Joan. Is that Joan Rivers you're talking about? Mate, dear me. So let's have a look, see what's going on. The games have kicked off now. They've been going for 5 minutes. All the games, as you can see there in League 2, are currently goalless. Let's open up another window so we can see what's going on with League 1 as well. So let me just do that. And the League 1 game, Accrington, Stanley, and Oxford United is goalless as well. So there we go. Nothing major has happened yet. Hold on, guys. Sorry. So there we go. Yeah, so Crawley Town 0, Swindon Town 0, Hartlepool 0, Stockport County 0, Mansfield Town 0, Colchester United 0, Northampton 0, Northampton Town 0, Tranmere Rovers 0, Rochdale 0, Harrogate Town 0. So Northampton Town are known as the Cobblers. Ty, have you got any decent one-liners that you can think of off the cuff about that? And Ty says, greedy grandpa grabbed grandma's greasy crumbs. Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord alive. Mate, you are an 24 karat gold, absolute diamond geezer type. But you're mad as a hatter. I'm afraid you're off your rocker, mate. You really are off your rocker. So let's just have a quick look at these games. So Accrington, Stanley, and Oxford United. I've said I've never ever been to Accrington, Stanley. I went to Oxford United, and when I went there, I made a point of hunting down that house that's got the fish like going out of the roof. This guy, he made a huge mock-up of a huge fish coming out of the roof of his house. It's absolutely mad. I'm gonna let me see if I can find it, and I'll show you it all. And that is what we fear. Jesus getting injured. Eddie, you better be sorting out a replacement, or you should be sacked. 100%. I agree with that, Jez. 100%. I don't think he will though. He'll go, yeah, we got Eddie. What are you worried about? Yeah. So. And Taib says, hi, Jesus. And Joanne Smith says, hi, Jez. And Taib is saying, hi, mate. Hope all is good. Thanks very much for coming in, Jez. Lovely to see you, buddy. I hope you're well. And Taib is saying, all good, Jez. And Jez says, Joanne Smith, hi, Joe. Yeah, Jez, have you ever seen that house with the fish in Oxford? You know what I'm talking about. Now, let me see if I can find it. House with fish in roof, Oxford. Images. So there it is. Right. So let's show that. I'm just going to show you this picture I found on the internet. And I'm just going to show you this picture because it is fucking crazy. It really is. Right, I think this is it. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. You see that? Yeah, there you go. There you can see. There it is. That's the house I was going on about, where the fish. Like this guy built that, and then a massive battle with the council because they wanted him to get rid of it, but he wouldn't, and it's still there as far as I know. Absolute madness. But there you go. Gavin O'Flaherty, Holland 1-0 up. I'll smoke a Dutch to that. Fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you. Whatever rocks your boat, mate. Whatever rocks your boat, you go ahead. Let's get rid of that. So yeah, that's a bit of a madness. And I remember when I went to see, I think it was. Yeah, I went to see Arsenal play in Oxford, and I hunted that thing down before the game because I wanted to see it. because I'd heard about this story about this bloody fish out the roof and whatnot. And I was thinking, nah, it can't be right. Surely that can't be allowed to happen. But it did. It did. And they can see the evidence of it. It was absolute madness. Absolute madness. So there you go. So you find that interesting, a bit of madness. That's what we like on this channel. Fish out of roofs and houses and all that carry on. Right, so let's get back to the football. That's what we're here for. And there's been a goal. There's been a couple of goals. There you go. Look at that. Yeah, so there you go. Couple of goals there. So let's go and find out about these goals and where they've gone in. What the hell's going on here? Right. Right, okay, so we got Mansfield Town 0, Colchester United 1, and Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 0. So let's go up to Mansfield and find out about this goal in the game between Mansfield Town and Colchester. It's scored by the name of Newby in the 10th minute. Let's see how that goal went in. So goal, Mansfield Town 0, Colchester United 1. Alex Newby of Colchester United from a free kick with a right-footed shot to the bottom left corner. So the guy scored from a free kick, so fair play to him. And he's given Mansfield Town the lead. So far, Colchester have had 63% possession in this game. Mansfield and Colchester have had one shot apiece, and they've had one shot on target apiece. There's been no corners and 3 fouls to 2 in to Mansfield. So there you go. Let's find out about the other one. And it's Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 0. So that goal went in the 7th minute. It's been scored by Ball, and it was assisted by John. Let's see how that goal went in. Jimmy Ball of Rochdale, a right-footed shot from very close range to the high centre of the goal, assisted by Cameron John with a cross following a corner. So there you go. Rochdale 1-0 up at home to Harrogate Town. Let's see if we can find out what's going on in the other guy. Accrington, Stanley, or Oxford United 0. Let's go here. And I'm just trying to see if I can find one of these live text. I don't think there is going to be. There's for each game, but I want one for the whole league. They normally do that. So let's see if they've got that on the go today or not. Because sometimes they don't do it for some strange reason. No. And then no. Yeah, doesn't look like they could do it. And there's been another goal at Rochdale. Look at that. So it's Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 1. And the goal's gone in there from Thompson in the 14th minute. So in the early stages of that game, it's been a couple of goals flying, so it could be quite an entertaining afternoon for the people of that game. And the goal was assisted by Falkingham as well. So let's find out about that goal. Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 1. George Thompson from Harrogate had a right-footed shot from outside of the box to the bottom left corner, assisted by Josh Falkingham. So 1 goal apiece there. Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 1. So there you go. So let's get back into it. The other 3 games in that league are goalless at present. And let's see. The other game, Accrington Stanley against Oxford United, which led me to off on one about fish in the roof. That is currently goalless. I've been to Carlisle as well. That was an interesting trip. Jesus Christ. All the way up from Kent to Carlisle on a coach trip. Jesus. What a day that was as well. Absolute madness. We had to get up about 3 o'clock in the morning. It's honestly, absolute madness. It was madness, but I loved every minute of it. And God bless them, Carlisle Rugby Club opened their doors to us and laid on a buffet lunch for us. Sandwiches, beer. We didn't have to pay for it at all. Nothing. Absolutely lovely. Really nice people. Really were. And yeah, that's superb stuff. I'll never forget it. And there's been another goal, and it's come at Hartlepool. Hartlepool. That didn't work very well. Let's try. Oh dear. Oh well. Looks like my goal celebration thing isn't working very well, but still, never mind. Yeah, so here we go. So it's Hartlepool 0, Stockport County 1. So let's go to Hartlepool and find out what's going on there. I dare say today it's absolutely freezing up there on the northeast coast of England. The ground's just across the road from the North Sea. An absolute awful place to go and watch football, especially in the height of winter as well. I bet the wind's whipping up off the North Sea today up there. Jesus Christ. I wouldn't want to be up there today, that's for sure. And it's Hartlepool United 0, Stockport County 0. Stockport County 1. And Wooten has given Stockport County the lead. And let's see how he managed to do that. Carl Wooten of Stockport County took a right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the centre of the goal. So it's Hartlepool 0, Stockport County 1. So there we go. Let's go back. And let's get into the chat because there's a few chats. Gavin O'Flaherty says, That house is crazy though. Know a few people that could do with a knob on theirs as a warning. Exactly. Imagine they're like Edu getting up in the morning and seeing a fucking great huge fish stuck out of his roof. It'd be absolutely hilarious. Oh dear me. Yeah, it's class, man. And honestly, no word of a lie, that house is there. And I heard that the local council tried to get it taken down, but they couldn't. They couldn't do anything about it. And fair play to the fella as well for doing it. I think it's brilliant. I really do. I absolutely love it. Excuse me. Absolutely love it. It's just, that's the sort of madness that I like. I love it. I just think it's absolutely superb. I do. I love things like that. It's just right up my street. So yeah, there you go. So and there's another goal at Hartlepool. Look at that. Oh dear. The old goal celebrations ain't going very well today, are they? Oh dear. So it's Hartlepool United 0, Stockport County 2, 22 minutes gone there, and let's see what's going on there. And Stockport County are now 2-0 up. Watton added a second in the 20th minute, and yeah, the second goal was assisted by Collar. So let's see if we can find out how that goal went in. So Carl Wooten, Carl Wooten, Stockport County, had a left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom left corner, and that was assisted by Will Collar. So that's Hartlepool United 0, Stockport County 2. There we go. So 22 minutes gone. That's roughly halfway through the first half. It's currently Crawley Town 0, Swindon Town 0. Hartlepool United 0, Stockport County 2. Mansfield Town 0, Colchester United 1. Northampton Town 0, Tranmere Rovers 0. And last but not least, it's Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 1. And the game in League One, see what's going on there. It's still 23 minutes gone there. It's still Accrington Stanley 0, Oxford United 0. And so far, there's 4 of you in watching the show. So if you haven't done it already, please make sure you put a like on the video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure to do that. I'll be really, really grateful if you could do that. And also, guys, don't forget that where is it? That on Tuesday night, I've Kenny Ken coming onto my channel, and we're going to talk about his Desert Island football matches. So he's got a selection of 5 football matches that he remembers, and for varying different reasons. So please make sure you come and check that out. I'm telling you, I obviously know what these matches are, and they are massive. They are, and it's going to be epic. So make sure you don't miss that, because it's going to be brilliant. It really is. So let's get back into the action and see what's going on. So, oops, hold on. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, so there we go. Nothing's much changed there. Let's just double check again on the other one. Yeah, so it's a few goals flying in at Hartlepool. Surprised they've been able to play it, to be honest. If anything, if it's like he's here up there, then I don't know, man. It's not very good football weather today where I am, that's for sure. But Gavin O'Flaherty says, well, in fairness, if businesses can stick shite up as advertising, why can't he put up a fish in his roof? Exactly, mate. Exactly. Because, yeah, I remember at the time it caused quite a lot of consternation, and the council were not happy at all. But they couldn't get it taken down. His neighbours weren't happy, but it ended up being a tourist attraction. It ended up being a tourist attraction, and people who went to Oxford, they wanted to see it. I mean, I went there, and while I was there, I hunted it because I wanted to see it. Do you know what I mean? I went there and I found out where it was, and I went and I think I even took photos of it somewhere. And one of this girl I was with at the time, she was going, "What the hell do you want to see that for?" And I said, "Because I think it's funny," and I do. Even now, I still think it's funny. I just think it's absolutely hilarious, and that is the sort of madness that I love. I just love things like that. I just do. I just think it's hilarious. Yeah, and I agree with Gavin. I think, well, you know, if businesses can do all the madness that they do, why can't like ordinary Joe blogs do some craziness? It's unreal. It really is. So let's go round the grounds and see how they're going, and look at what other games have been going on today in these two leagues. So earlier today, it finished AFC Wimbledon 1, Grimsby Town 0, Gillingham 0, Salford City 3, Leyton Orient 3, Bradford City 0. Excuse me. And it finished Carlisle United 1, Sutton United 1. And that was from League 2. So that result, as I was saying from earlier today, is put Gillingham in a very precarious position because they're deep in relegation trouble, and if they do get relegated out of the Football League, it'll be the first time from as long as I can remember anyway. I don't ever remember Kent not having a Football League club before. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I honestly can't say that I remember. There was a spell of time when they had two. Maidstone United were in the league for a few years. I don't know if any other clubs have been in from Kent have ever made it into the Football League, but I don't ever remember Gillingham not being in the Football League. But there you go. Yeah, they're in the relegation zone in the bottom two, so they could go. They could, and if they do, well, it's not good, is it? Well, not for Kent anyway. So the other games, half an hour gone nearly now, and it's Crawley Town 0, Swindon Town 0. Hartlepool United 0, Stockport County 2, 26 minutes gone there. Half an hour gone at Mansfield, and it's Mansfield Town 0, Colchester United 1. Half an hour gone at Northampton, and it's Northampton Town 0, Tranmere Rovers 0. And up at Rochdale, 28 minutes gone, and it's Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 1. So let's go to Crawley and see what the tail of the tape is there. So there you go. The possession stats, Crawley have had 40% possession, meaning that Swindon have had 60. It's 5-3 to Crawley in relation to shots. And shots on target is 1-0 to Crawley. The count is 3-1 to Swindon. And it's all square, 3 each in terms of fouls committed. So let's see if there's any major highlights in the game so far. Let's see. So it's a very early substitution after only 8 minutes by Crawley Town. James Tilley replaces Ted Jenks because of an injury. Oh dear, that doesn't sound good. No. Doesn't look like it, does it? Yeah, nothing real major happened there. So there you go. Let's go back now and see what's going on in this game in Hartlepool, between Hartlepool and Stockport County. Stockport County 2-0 up there at Hartlepool. Hartlepool have had 62% possession so far. The shot count is 3 apiece, and there's been no shots on target for Hartlepool, but 2 for Stockport County. And the corner count is 1-0 to Hartlepool, and the foul count is 4-2 to Stockport. So that's Hartlepool and Stockport. And the goals, both goals were scored by Wooten, one in the 16th minute and a second one in the 20th minute. And the goal in the 20th minute was assisted by Collar. So yeah, that was the Hartlepool-Stockport game. And let's go to Mansfield now. It's Mansfield 0. And there's been another goal. So we need to do this, really, don't we? So it's Mansfield Town 1, Colchester United 1. And let's see how it went in. Mansfield Town 1, Colchester United 1. Will Swan of Mansfield Town has a header from the left side of the 6-yard box to equalise for Mansfield Town in their home game with Colchester United, and that goal was assisted by Hewitt. And I think I'm right in saying that Colchester United is where Arsenal signed the infamous Perry Groves from back in the day. And there's been a booking as well. So Oliver Hawkins of Mansfield was shown a yellow card for a bad foul. So Oliver Hawkins, this is for you, sir. Your book, son. There we are. Your book, son. Your book, son. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me and see me? I hope so. It kicked me out for some reason. I really don't know what happened. It's probably something I did. It's probably nothing to do with StreamYard at all. But there you go. You're back again, bud. Yeah, I'm here. Edward Warren. So yeah, just had a little message from a mate of mine there. So bless him. So let's see what's going on up at Accrington. So it's still 40 minutes gone up at Accrington, and it's still Accrington Stanley 0, Oxford United 0. And let's see. Let's see what happens now. It's nearly half time. Any thoughts on the featured games so far? Let's have a look and see. Let's see what's going on with the World Cup. Let's just have a quick butcher's hook, as they say. and it's Netherlands 1, USA 0. Depay scored for the Dutch in the 10th minute, and the goal was assisted by Dumfries. So there you go. So let's see what the USA do about that. Live WSL, Arsenal and Chelsea in action. So Leicester City 0, Chelsea 3 in the WSL. Arsenal winning 1-0 at home to Everton. 4 minutes left to play there. And Leicester are losing 4-0 at home to Chelsea. Man United won 5-0 at home against Aston Villa. So Chelsea currently are 3 points clear at the top. Arsenal and Manchester United are 3 points behind. Both have a game in hand, though. And it's now Leicester. No. What is it? It's got Leicester 4, Chelsea 0. It says Leicester City 0, Chelsea 4. So what one is it? Can't be both, can it? What a shambles. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. It all sounds a bit crazy to me. But there you go. And what's going on there? Look at that. That is the madness. Leicester 4, Chelsea 0. And then below it says Leicester 0, Chelsea 3. What? Am I missing something? Or what? I'm turning this off because it's starting to wind me up now. Yeah, it's not even funny, really, is it? But still, there you go. That's whatever floats their boat, I suppose. So it's Crawley Town 0, Swindon Town 0, Hartlepool United 0, Stockport County 2, Mansfield Town 1, Colchester United 1, Northampton Town 0, Tranmere Rovers 0, and Rochdale 1, Harrogate 1. So let's go back here and see what else is happening. So it's a bit difficult to know really what's going on, isn't it? So big game tonight in the World Cup. Australia against Argentina. How does everyone think that's going to pan out? I think Australia are going to beat them, I have to say. I don't know why. I've just got that feeling in my water that Australia are going to win it. But having said that, I bet you that Australia get absolutely spanked. And Gavin is reporting that there's another goal in the Holland-USA game. He's saying it's 2-0 Holland, or is it 2 USA? Who knows? Who knows? With BBC, anything's possible. They really need to fix up because this is absolutely shocking. It's half time. It's Holland 2, USA 0. And Danny Blind has got one in the first minute of added on time at the end of the first half. Meaning it's Netherlands 2, USA 0. And USA, that was the side that England struggled to get a draw with. So What does that tell you? Not a lot, really, I suppose, but there you go. So let's go here. Halftime scores are coming in. Let's have a look at what my app's telling me. It's telling me it's Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 1 at halftime, Northampton Town 0, Tranmere Rovers 0 at halftime, and Accrington Stanley 0, Oxford United 0 at halftime. And another halftime score has just come in, and it's halftime. It's Hartlepool 0, Stockport County 2. And what else? Is there another one coming? No, not quite. So let's see what's going on here. And Gavin says Argentina should win, but I'm up for Ireland B. Right. Okay. You're talking about is there a rugby game going on or something? What? I don't understand. It's rugby union. No. Rugby league. No. Okay. I'm not quite sure what that's all about, Gavin, to be honest. I don't get what that is. Oh, for Ireland B. Now I understand it. So you're saying the Australian side is the Ireland B11. Right. Okay. I get you. Yeah. I've got a feeling that they might nick it. They really, on paper, Argentina should win it. You're right, but this World Cup has been so bloody crazy with all these mad, freaky results. Who knows what's going to happen? Seriously, no idea what's going to happen from one game to the next. I mean, Morocco won their group. I mean, that's mad. It is. I'm not casting aspersions on Morocco at all. I'm not. They're lovely people. I love the country. Absolutely superb place. But football, no. They beat England in a World Cup once, and 1986, I think it was, when England famously went on to get knocked out of the World Cup by Diego Maradona and Argentina, but no, no, and yeah, and they're not the only ones who've done loads of madness in this World Cup. There's been a few, so and that isn't a negative. I mean, I think it's a good thing, but yeah, it's just. For me, it just shows this whole crazy situation we've got about how countries qualify for this World Cup. It's crazy, absolutely ridiculous. It's 21st century, and we still have regional qualifying tournaments for it. What's that all about? Why? Well, they just have one big international qualifying tournament, right? Make the little tiny countries, the likes of your San Marinos and all them, play a pre-qualifying tournament and then go like they do for the Champions Champions League and stuff like that. And then they go through some qualifying rounds before they get to the main qualifying bit. And then, then you end up with the best 32 teams in the world contesting it out. Because no one's telling me that the 32 teams that are playing at this tournament are the 32 best international teams in the world. I'm just not having it. It's no way on earth for those 32 countries the best 32 international teams in the world. They're not. There's no way that they are. No, I'm not having it. I'm sorry. I'm not casting aspersions on those the countries that are playing it, and fair play to them for getting through their qualifying groups and all the rest of it. But it needs looking at. And in this day and age, why it can't be done on a major, and I've been crying for this for about 20, 30 years. Right? It's just insanity. It really is. We should have one major, big international qualifying tournament for the World Cup. And like I say, make the little teams, like your San Marinos and bloody countries like that, play in a pre-qualifying tournament like they do in the Champions League. If it's all right for the Champions League, why is it not okay for the World Cup? No. It's the whole thing about this World Cup is wrong. It's wrong where it's been played. It's wrong the way it's been organised. It's wrong the way that the qualifying was done for it. No, and that's why I'm really not that interested in it. I know I've just gone on a bit of a rant about it, but no, and that's why the football ain't that great. It's not as good as the European Championships. And the reason the European Championships is better is because the best 32, 24 countries, whatever it is now in the European Championships, are the ones that reach the finals. No, it's wrong. I'm sorry. I think the whole thing is madness. Gavin O'Flaherty says they need every continent involved, though. That's why we have regional qualifiers. Well, if they don't want to be involved, then don't have to be involved. That's their issue. If they don't want to be involved in it, then I'm sorry that there isn't one argument that anyone can put about why we having regional qualifiers. Not in this day and age. The reason it was done like this originally, when the World Cup was first introduced in the 1930s, was because the only way that these countries could compete in the World Cup finals was to travel there by ship. And it would take about 2 months to fucking get there. Like from Europe to South America, you have to go by ship, and it would take a month or 6 weeks to bloody get there. Nowadays, you can get there within a few hours by plane. It is crazy. I'm sorry, but no, it is ridiculous in this day and age why it's still doing it. And, mate, every continent to be in, well, surely the idea is you don't have every country involved in the group stages of the Champions League, do you? So why are we having to insist that every continent needs to have representation at the finals? So no matter how good they are, if there's like absolute dog shit, like one decent team in their continent, they have to have a place at the World Cup finals, do they? No, that's bullshit. I'm sorry, mate. I respect your opinion, but I don't agree with it. I'm sorry, I don't. I just think it's that I don't think that. I mean, otherwise, why haven't we got places in the Champions League in the group stages of the Champions League for, I don't know, the champions of San Marino or the champions of the Faroe Islands? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe but it just doesn't make any sense. But fair play to you, mate, for saying that. I can understand why you're saying it, but no, I just think it's all about money, and sadly, that's the way of the world at the moment. Money seems to govern everything, and I think it needs to stop. It needs to stop. That's why Qatar got the damn thing in the place. Because they like all the brown envelopes and all the rest of it that went around and whatnot. So yeah, that's my opinion about it. Probably not a very popular opinion, but still, it is what it is, and hopefully one day they'll see the light. But until they do, people can't really complain about the standard of football being dog shit, because it has been dog shit. I'm sorry. And it will continue to be dog shit until such time as this is sorted out. I mean, no one's telling me that the 32 best countries in the world are playing at the World Cup finals, because they're not. Exactly. Money talks too loudly these days, but unfortunately it does. And I'm sick of it, man. Everywhere you go, all that matters is money. Don't matter, things about what's important don't really matter. It's what matters the most is this, and it's wrong. It is wrong. I'm sorry. I'm not having it. I'm not. I don't care. People don't like it. Well, sorry. That's the way it is, unfortunately. So, and like I say, that's one of the reasons I'm not that interested in the World Cup anymore. When I was a kid and I wasn't really aware of what was going on, I thought it was great seeing all these players you never saw week in, week out, playing in this tournament, representing their countries, seeing the football that was played was of a high standard. And like, remember the 82 World Cup, that Brazil team, what a side that was. They were absolutely superb. That game when they played with Italy and it was a 3-3 draw, and they had Paolo Rossi and Falcao and Zico and Marco Tardelli and Eder, and it was a madness. It was it was one of the greatest games of football I think I've ever seen. Dino's off, Socrates. It was insane, absolutely insane. Socrates in that World Cup as well. Scotland were 1-0 up against Brazil. They went 1-0 up. David Neary, me and my dad dancing around the living room. When David Neary slapped that ball in from outside the penalty area into the top corner. And then they got upset. It was just, I think, just after half time they equalised and they went on to win 4-1. Because they got upset and they started playing properly. And what a side, though. They were absolutely superb. That Brazil team is probably one of the best Brazil teams I think I've ever seen. But sadly, they never won the World Cup. They didn't. I think, I can't even remember who knocked them out. I think Italy knocked them out. Yeah, they did. Italy knocked them out. Because in the second round in those days, when the World Cup in those days, you had groups of 4, and then there were, after that, there were 4 groups of 3, right? Because there were 12 teams qualified. Obviously, there were 6 groups of 4, so there was 24 sides qualified. Then from that, you had 2 group winners that went forward, so that was 12 sides, and they all played in a group of 3, right? And played 2 games in a group of 3. And there was 4 groups, and the winners of each group went forward to the semi-finals, and Italy won the second round group that had Brazil, Argentina, and Italy all in one group, right? And yeah, they ended up beating West Germany in the final 3-1, and yeah, that was an amazing game as well. There you are. There you go. My memories of the World Cup and when it was a proper tournament. Well, it was in my eyes. Probably wasn't really. It's probably no different to what it is now, but it was in my eyes. And then 4 years later, you had probably, in my opinion, the greatest player who ever lived graced the tournament and absolutely destroyed sides on his own, including England. The way he danced round that England team for that second goal was just unbelievable, breathtaking. Even watching it now, I still get goosebumps watching it. The skill that man had in his feet was just unbelievable. It was off scale. And he did it like... He did stuff like that all the time when he was playing in the Italian league as well, which was the best league in the world by a country mile, and their football was based on a defensive style of football called catenaccio, and they were very tactically well organised, defensively well organised, and they had the best defenders in the world, and he made mugs out of them. He took a side who were struggling at the bottom end of the Italian, what was their equivalent of the top league in England, and he took them to win the league title 2 years running. And they won the UEFA Cup as well. And it'd be like, say, nowadays, let me think. Be like Nottingham Forest signing a player like that, and then all of a sudden them going and winning the Premier League 2 years running because of this one player. It was insane. It was insane. The guy, in my opinion, is the best player that's ever lived. No shadow of a doubt. Not Pele, not Messi, not Ronaldo. None of them come close to his level of skill that man had. He was just on a different level. It was unbelievable. And I remember Gary Lineker saying he played in this charity game with him. It was and I was at the match. It was at Wembley. It was an English league against the rest of the world league, a rest of the world team. And Gary Lineker was playing in the Spanish league at the time with Barcelona. So he was in the same team as Maradona. And he said he was in the dressing room, Maradona, before the game. He was ready, he had his kit on, ready to go out. And he was sitting there and he had like a little golf ball or tennis ball or something, and he was just juggling it with his feet, like up in the air, like whatnot. And he said another thing he saw him do. He said he would like kick the ball right up in the air with his foot, and it'd come straight back down, and he'd like be able to keep it under control, right? Like, and he'd do this like 8, 9, 10 times, something like that. He said it was insane. Other players could, like Zidane, would only be able to do it once or twice, but Maradona would be able to do it 9 or 10 times. I'm telling you, the guy was an absolute genius of a player. And to think that Arsenal could have signed him, it just makes my blood boil. It really does. And apparently the deal never went through. He wanted to come. The deal never went through because the English FA decided they didn't want a foreigner coming to play in the English First Division. There you go. Probably the greatest player that ever lived, and he would have been in the team with Liam Brady and Frank Stapleton, David O'Leary. Jesus Christ. You imagine that side, it would have just been insane. Just the idea of seeing him in the same team as Liam Brady, it just honestly, it makes me like want to cry. It really does, because it would have been insane. It would have been. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get back on with the football. The second half has started, and it's Crawley Town 0, Swindon Town 0. These are League Two scores. Hartlepool 0, Stockport County 2. Mansfield 1, Colchester United 1. And Northampton Town 0, Tranmere Rovers 0. And Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 1. And some of the games have had 3-4 minutes gone. Rochdale have only just started again, so there's 46 minutes gone there. 5 minutes gone at Accrington Stanley, and it's still goalless there between Accrington Stanley and Oxford United. Let's get back into the chat and see what is going on. 3 people in the chat. Guys, don't forget to put a like on the video. Also, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I'm thinking in some watches as well, rugby internationals, if you're interested in that. Please put it in the comments what you think about that, whether you'd like to see me do watch-alongs for rugby union I'm talking about. Yeah, because I think it'd be interesting, especially like I don't want to do league rugby. I'm talking about rugby union internationals, like say for Ireland against Scotland, or England against Wales, or France against New Zealand, Australia against South Africa, stuff like that. Because I really like rugby union, I have to say, particularly when the Lions go on tour, because I love that. I love that concept. And Gavin O'Flaherty says juggling a bag of coke. I think this was before the coke set in, mate. But even then, even when he was on that, he was on a different level, man. He was just that guy. It's insane what that boy could do with a football. It's absolutely ridiculous. He was an absolute legend and an absolutely lovely guy. And the problem was he was too trusting of people, and that's why it all fell apart. And he came from a shanty town in Buenos Aires, and he got taken advantage of. He did. He got taken advantage of. And I'm going to tell you a story about this guy now. That when he signed for Napoli, he heard about a charity game that was taking place in Napoli for a kid who was dying, and he decided that he wanted to. He got asked to go and take part in the game, and he's going, "Yeah, of course I'll come." And Napoli found out about it and said to him, "No, you can't go. You can't do it. It's not on." And he turned around to Napoli and said, "Look, I'm going. I don't care. You do what you want. I'm going. I'm going to play." So he went and he played. Napoli weren't very happy about it, but the fact that he went and did that just speaks volumes about who he is and what how he thinks about things. And I love that. I really respect that. I think that's one of the reasons I really rate him and I really like him, is because of those sorts of things. Because when I think about that, and then I see the likes of fucking Benjamin Bunny White and the way he carries on, it's just no, man. It's like that was a proper fucking footballer. And Gavin O'Flaherty says, "Come on, he's from South America. It's always there. He was the most gifted baller ever, though, mate. Listen." I wouldn't say that to a South American person if I were you, because they would get very insulted by the first part of that comment. Because it's the reason that there's such a massive trade in drugs in South America is because it's the Europeans who demand it. And it's an easy way for them to make money. And the drug cartels are they're running the drug industry, and it's only because the Europeans and the Americans demand it. So it's easy money because it grows there and all the rest of it. Yeah, it does, but it's only because the markets of the Americans and the Europeans like demand the drugs that they're able to get it, and they're able to provide an income to people who have no other way to get money. Don't forget, in South America, there is no welfare state in any of these countries. So basically, if you don't work, you don't eat. So if you got some fella saying to you, right, you come and work on my farm and I'll give you, I don't know, £100 a week to do that. What are you going to do? Because if you don't, your kids could die of starvation. What are you going to do? Because I know what I would do. I would not see my children starving to death. So, no. That's a brilliant story. What a man, though. Not many would stand their ground these days. No. I mean, look at all that nonsense with the rainbow armbands and stuff like that. It's just, I'm sorry, that was pathetic. They should have refused to play and then like walked out of the tournament. That's what I would have done. I would have just said, no, I'm not playing, and walked out. Walked out of the tournament, and every country should have done the same. The Germans standing there like this in the group photo. Yeah, very good. But they should have refused to play and then come out of the tournament, said we're not playing. They should have. Well, they shouldn't have bloody gone there in the first place, but still, that's another story. But I don't think that countries and players these days have got the balls to do stuff like that. I mean, back in the day, I remember the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, and we boycotted. Well, the UK and a few other countries boycotted the 1980 Moscow Olympics. No, sorry, the UK didn't. We nearly did, but we ended up going. The United States boycotted it, and a few other countries did. And then in retaliation, the Soviet Union and the Eastern Bloc boycotted the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles. Taib, I don't agree with you about that, mate. I'm sorry. Not when it's to do with people's human rights, but I'm not getting into that. I'd at least take a yellow card as a statement. I just think we should have never have gone. We shouldn't, and we should have pulled out of the tournament, because there is a standard which if you want to sign up to a global competition, then you have to. If you want to sign up to take part in a global competition, then you need to sign up to the organisation's values that are organising the competition. And I'm pretty sure that in the constitution of FIFA, it says that everyone's rights should be respected. and stuff. So what's that all about then? How have they been allowed to host a tournament given that that's not the case? Because it's clearly not. But I really don't want to get into it because I could see myself getting really angry. And there's been a goal. There's been a goal at Rochdale, and it's 1 to Harrogate, guys. So let's do this. So it's Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 2. And let's go and find out about how that goal went in. And it was scored by Armstrong in the 53rd minute. And Coley got the assist for that one. Let's see how that goal went in. And Rochdale 1, Harrogate 2. Luke Armstrong, Harrogate Town, took a left-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom left corner, and it was assisted by Josh Coley. So it's Harrogate Town 2, Rochdale 1. There you go. Let's get back into the main thrust of this. And there's another goal. They've got another one. It's now so it's now Rochdale 1, Harrogate 3. So there you go. Armstrong has got a second goal. He scored 2 goals in 5 minutes, and he scored that goal in the 58th minute, and Ramsey got the assist. And let's find out about this goal. Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 3. Luke Armstrong, Harrogate Town, has a right-footed shot from very close range to the centre of the goal, assisted by Kanu Ramsey. Ramsey following a set-piece situation. So there we are. So Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 3 now. So the other games are still as they were at half-time. 58 minutes gone in the game between Rochdale and Harrogate Town. And the other games is anything from 59 minutes up to 62 minutes. And there's been a goal at Accrington, Stanley. Been a goal there. Let's do what we need to do when there's a goal. So it's Accrington, Stanley, Oxford United 1. And the goal there was scored by Henry in the 58th minute. It was assisted by Brown in the 58th minute. And the goal was scored by James Henry. As I said, he took a right-footed shot from very close range to the centre of the goal, and it was assisted by Marcus Brown. Just before the goal was scored, Ryan Astley from Accrington Stanley was shown a yellow card for a bad foul. So that means your book, son. And then also Tommy Lee of Accrington Stanley is shown a yellow card for a bad foul. So he also gets a yellow card. And for him, your book, son. that's for him. And there's another goal at Hartlepool. Another goal at Hartlepool. And it's now Hartlepool 0, Stockport County. So let's go and have a look and see where that goal was scored, how that goal was scored at Hartlepool. So it was scored by Madden in the 61st minute, and that was assisted by Rydell in the 61st minute. And Paddy Madden of Stockport County has a header from very close range to the bottom left corner, assisted by Ryan Rydell with a cross following a corner. So there you go. 3-0 now to Stockport County. So Hartlepool United 0, Stockport County 3. So Stockport County doing really well on their return to the English Football League, seemingly. Let's see if we can see where they are in the table. Yeah, so they're currently sat 12th, 4 points off the playoff spots. Hartlepool, they're bottom of the table with Gillingham, both of them losing heavily at home. So that's not looking good for them. Rochdale are a point clear of Gillingham, and so Rochdale and Colchester are a point clear of Gillingham and Hartlepool. So there you go. So the rest of the games are still the same as they were before. And so 67 minutes gone now. Accrington Stanley 0, Oxford United 1 there. The rest of the games, let's go through them. It's Crawley Town 0, Swindon Town 0 down in Crawley. It's Hartlepool United 0, Stockport County 3. Mansfield Town 1, Colchester United 1. Northampton Town 0, Tranmere Rovers 0. 68 minutes gone in that game. The game between Hartlepool and Stockport County, 64 minutes gone there. And last but not least, Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 3, 64 minutes gone there. So let's get back into the comments. Taib Hussain says, a skunk sat on a stump and thunk, the stump stunk. But the stump thunk, the skunk stunk. Exactly, mate. It did stunk. And it always stunks when it sat on the skunk and the skunk sat on the stump. There you go. Superb stuff. I knew you'd come back with a corker, man. Gavin O'Flaherty says, FSS dying. Mate, he is hilarious. The guy is an absolute comic genius. And I keep telling he should do a stand-up show because it would be absolutely superb. It would. It really would. It would be brilliant. And people would pay good money to go and see it. That's for sure. They really would. It would be off the bloody scale, I'm telling you. And my phone is beeping. There's been another goal, people. It's not showing on the screen there, but Stockport have got another one. Callum Camps has scored in the 68th minute. It's now Hartlepool 0, Stockport County 4. Oh my days. Hartlepool United 0, Stockport County 4. There you go. They've got it now. Hartlepool 0, Stockport County 4. Camps in the 67th minute. Yeah, we don't need you reminding me. Thank you. Goal, Hartlepool 0, Stockport County 4. Callum Camps from Stockport County. Right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the centre of the goal. To give Stockport County a 4-goal lead at Hartlepool United. And here he is. Here he is. He's come up to see me. He's come up to see me. There's been a substitution, so we need to talk about that. There was a substitution just for the couple of minutes before the goal was scored. Stockport County's Callum Camps replaces Miles Hippolyte. So there you go. What an impact he's made. Callum Camps comes on, and within 2 minutes of coming on, he scores. There you go. What an impact. But they've still got Skunky Stump sitting on the bench. And there's another one. No, sorry. They still got Skunky Stamp sitting on the bench waiting to come on. But will he replace? The big question is he going to replace Stumpy Skunk? That's what Taib needs to know. And we got Dan, the Stockport County fan, in the chat. Hello, Ryan. Just back from watching Manchester United's women in the WSL. Very first WSL game, and it was amazing. How are you? Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Enjoying watching County absolutely slap Hartlepool. I've been to Hartlepool a few times in the winter, and it's not a good place to be going to at this time of year, I can tell you. Especially when you've travelled half the length of the country to get there. So you're 4-0 up away at Hartlepool. Looks like it's a done deal, to be quite frank, mate. Dad, don't forget to email me, man, and I'll send you that stuff. Let me just put the email address here for you. Orange Team Talk at Outlook.com. Don't even. It's too funny watching the score tick up. Mate, it's mad. Like, at half-time, I think it was nil. No, what was it at half-time? I think it was 2-0 up at half-time. But the long time, it 0-0. All of a sudden, it just kicked off and the floodgates opened, as they say. Oh, gosh, yes, completely forgot about that. I'll pop it off now. No, chill, man. Chill. Do it later. You know, you don't have to do it now. But I just wanted to remind you that it's there waiting for you whenever you're ready. Let's put it that way. All right. So just relax, take time. I hope prison's going well for you, mate. And there's been another substitution. Hartlepool made a substitution. Wesley McDonald replaces Jake Hasty. So, and Gavin saying Holland 2, USA 1, USA pulled one back. There you go. I wonder if they're going to suddenly make a game out of it. I don't know. I can't say I'm that interested. I've got some really off-key views about that as well, whether some of these countries are even trying that hard, to be quite frank. But still, we'll leave that one alone. Probably better not to discuss that, to be quite frank. So here we go. 73 minutes gone at Crawley. It's Crawley Town 0, Swindon Town 0. 72 minutes gone at Hartlepool. And it's Hartlepool United 0, Stockport County 4. 72 minutes gone at Mansfield. It's Mansfield Town 1, Colchester United 1. 75 minutes gone at Northampton Town, and 77 minutes gone at Northampton Town, and it's Northampton Town 0, Tranmere Rovers 0. And Rochdale pulled one back. It's Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 4. Or have they? Hold on, let me see. I'm curious now. No, they haven't. They scored early on. Yeah, they actually took the lead in that game, by the way. So ignore that. So Harrogate Town have scored in the 70th minute. Following scored in the 70th minute. So what we do when that happens is we do this. So it's Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 4. And Harrogate Town 4, Rochdale 1. Sam Follering of Harrogate Town, right-footed shot from the right side of the 6-yard box to the centre of the goal. So Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 4 now. There we are. Let's go back up there. Let's see what's going on in that Accrington Stanley game. And it's still Accrington Stanley 0, Oxford United 1. Fishland there, as I like to call it. The fish still sticking out of the roof there. So there you go. And I wonder what's going to happen in that USA Holland game, but there you go. Now, Rochdale. Yeah, I've got a story about Rochdale I want to tell you as well. I went to Rochdale once and we went there with mates to watch Maidstone United when they were playing in the 4th Division. Fucking hell. What a carry on. We went up there. It took hours and hours and hours to get there, as most of the places we went to did, because it was just so far away. On a coach, we got in the ground and there'd been a lot of the Maidstone supporters, as far as I could gather, weren't very happy with the regular choice goalkeeper, a guy by the name of Nicky Johns, ex-Charlton United, Charlton Athletic goalkeeper. he was keeping Mark Beanie out of the team. Mark Beanie, who went on to Leeds United, by the way, who we all thought was a better goalkeeper than Nicky Johns. Anyway, so the game started. Nicky Johns was his usual self, flapping everything that went near him. He ended up conceding. And there was this fella, and there was these two guys who used to go and, how can I describe it? They were like, put it mildly, they were off key, right? They were proper off key. And one of them, he got upset. He went down to the front, and this was in the days when they still had fencing up at the ground, right? So he decides he was going to, and it was like a wet day. There was puddles on the side of the pitch and stuff like that. He decides that he's going to climb up the fencing, and he climbs up the fencing, and then I just thought he was going to like climb up the fencing, start shouting and hollering through the fencing at Nicky Johns, the goalkeeper, who was defending the goal in front of the away end where we were all stood. And I thought he was going to leave it at that, and that would be the end to it. But no, he went over the top and jumped down, fell backwards, landed in a bloody puddle. Then he got up, like walked onto the edge of the pitch and started wagging his finger and shouting and screaming at the goalkeeper, like obviously like giving him a load of abuse. With that, the local constabulary came round, arrested him, like thrust his arm up halfway up his back and led him off down the pitch. And the club secretary had to go and visit the local police station and get him released. And so we were all waiting on the coach. We couldn't go anywhere till this had got sorted out. And so, yeah, that was that. That was my trip to Rochdale. Yeah, Jesus Christ, what a bloody carry on that was. I think we were waiting for him for about 2 hours. And so the game finished about 5. I don't think we got home till gone 11, near enough midnight, I think it was, before we got home in the end. Fucking madness. Absolute madness. But there you go. Dad says, as long as USA don't go further than England on the World Cup, that's all I want. Mate, to be honest, I couldn't really give a monkeys to be quite concerned. Firefighters found father frowning from a funny fever and farting fierce flames. What? What's that? Mate, that's ridiculous. I've actually seen someone doing that, right? This fellow who I was at school with, right? I remember once he decided he could feel that he was brewing one, so he bent over and he had a lighter, and he lit the lighter and waited and farted, and when he farted, it shot his flame out, right? It shot out like a bloody flamethrower out of his backside. He's lucky, because if it had come back, it could have set his arse on fire. It would have been absolutely hilarious. But there you go. And Dan says, puts in a lot of fireworks. Yeah, exactly, mate. You've got to have fireworks. Dan says, hopefully Harrogate smash Rochdale and knock their confidence, as I have myself a nice little trip up there next week, and I don't fancy losing my... Right. Losing what, Dan? What day you fancy losing? And losing the match, or is there something else you want to tell us about? Craig AFC 87 says reports saying Pele has been moved to end of life care after he stopped responding to chemotherapy. Yeah, I heard about that. That's really, really sad. Taib says salmon or tuna. I can't stand either of them, mate. I don't like oily fish. The only fish I like is white fish. Like, my favourite is lemon sole, but other than that, I can't stand it. Taib says, Warren, if you could swim with any fish in the world, which would it be? Well, not a fucking great white, that's for sure. I don't know, because most people probably say a dolphin, but it's not a fish, it's a mammal. So I don't know, man. If you're including dolphins in it, then a dolphin, but they're not fish, so I can't say that. I don't know. It's a bit weird. I'm not sure. Certainly not a great white shark, and certainly not a killer whale. That's for sure. I don't know, man. It's a bit weird. I'm not sure. I don't know. I need to think about that, mate. I'll come back to you on that one. Craig AFC 87 says Jesus is still waiting for more test results to determine the exact nature of his knee injury and how long we'll be out for. Well, we've heard that he's going to be out for the rest of the World Cup and probably till the end of January. Carney AFC 84 said, I've heard 3 weeks, Craig. Afternoon, Warren, and the chat. Hi, Carney AFC 84. I hope you're good, mate. Lovely to see you. If he's out for any extended period of time, then we are well and truly done for. And Edu needs to be going out now and sorting out a replacement. That's because otherwise, forget about the title. You can. I mean, I think we need another striker anyway, because I don't think he's good enough. Certainly not good enough to bag the amount of goals. He does a lot of unselfish work and whatnot to disrupt the opposition, but certainly not scoring enough, that's for sure. Craig AFC 87, Carne, big up. Yeah, 100% big up, fella. Dad says 5-0 County. Oh my word. It's gone nuts. It's gone nuts. Has he said anything on my phone? Hold on. Yeah, it's 5-0. William Collar has got one in the 86th minute for Stockport County. So let's go and see if the BBC have managed to get their act together. Stockport County 5-0 up away at Hartlepool United. There we go, folks. And it's been scored by Collar, as I said, in the 85th minute. So let's see if they got anything about the goal down. Yes, they have. Hartlepool 0, Stockport County 5. Will Collar, Stockport County, right-footed shot from the right side of the box to the bottom left corner. There you go. And James Brown has come on now for Stockport County. He's replaced Akil Wright. So there you go. County absolutely destroying Hartlepool. And they've finally updated the score. That's nice, isn't it? So 5-0 County. A superb 5-0 County. Yeah, 5-0, man. Arsenal lost 4-2 today against Watford. Oh, my life. Is that real? Oh, my days. Well, there you go. That just shows you, doesn't it? Was that a training match or what was it? Tyves got some pizza. Right, why are you putting pizza emojis in, mate? But fair play for you. Carney AFC 84. Good to see you, Warren. P.S. The E is silent, mate, so you pronounce it Khan. Okay, sorry, buddy. Sorry about that. I'll make sure that I do that in future. So thanks, Khan. I hope you're good, mate. I wasn't aware of that, so thanks for letting me know. Taib says, "Are you Amir Khan?" Laugh out loud. What? Jesus. No, mate, but I wouldn't mind having his bank balance. No, neither would I. And Gavin O'Flaherty says, "Are you Irish, Khan?" So let's see what the scores are in these matches that we've been following today, on and off. So it's Crawley Town 2, Swindon Town 0 now. So let's see what's on there, because it wasn't like that a few minutes ago. So the first goal went in the 79th minute, and it was scored by Sarola, and it was assisted by Fellows. The second goal went in and was scored by Powell in the 83rd minute. So we need a double dose of this. So Crawley Town 2, Swindon Town 0. And let's go and find out how those goals went in for Crawley. Two late goals look like they've sealed the deal for Crawley. So the first one, Crawley Town 1, Swindon Town 0. Nicholas Sarola from Crawley Town had a left-footed shot from outside the box to the centre of the goal, assisted by Tom Fellows following a set piece. And then Swindon Town manager Morgan Roberts replaces Ellis Landola in the 81st minute. And then 2 minutes later, Crawley got a second one. Crawley Town 2, Swindon Town 0. Jack Powell, Crawley Town, had a right-footed shot from more than 35 yards to the bottom left corner. So Crawley Town 2, Swindon Town 0. So let's go back. So the scores in the other games. 87 minutes gone in that game at Crawley, by the way. 89 minutes gone at Hartlepool, and it's Hartlepool United 0, Stockport County 5. It's Mansfield 1, Colchester United 1. 90 minutes played there. Northampton Town 0, Tranmere Rovers 0. And they're in the first minute of added on time there. And in the 90th minute at Rochdale, and it's Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 4. So let's go to Accrington Stanley now. Let's see what's going on there. It's not that, is it? So, whoops a daisy. What is going on here? So, hold on. Look at that, guys. It's Netherlands 3, USA 1. And that looks like it's good night Vienna for the USA. Third goal for the United States was scored by Dumfries in the 81st minute. and he also assisted 2 goals for Holland today as well. So he's had a good day, the guy. And USA won. Wright scored for the USA in the 76th minute. The goal was assisted by Pulisic. And it's finished Holland 3, USA 1. Accrington Stanley 1, Oxford United 1. And Accrington Stanley have equalised. They scored in the 84th minute from Longello. Let's see how they got that goal. So, Ethan Hamilton, Accrington Stanley, left-footed shot from more than 35 yards to the bottom right corner, assisted by Rochdale Longello with a headed pass. So it's Accrington Stanley 1, Oxford United 1. And there has been a booking in that game as well. Joe Pritchard from Accrington Stanley was shown a yellow card for a bad foul. And so, therefore, he needs to see this, guys, doesn't he? Your book, son. So it's finished at Hartlepool. It's Hartlepool United 0, Stockport County 5. So Stockport County is still on the march. Confident, easy win for Stockport County today by 5-0 away at Hartlepool United. So fair play to them. And Mansfield Town look like they grabbed a late winner. Let's go down there and see what's happened there. Atkins scored in the 2nd minute of added on time. That goal was assisted by McLaughlin. The goal, here we go. Lucas Akins, Mansfield Town, header from the centre of the box to the centre of the goal, assisted by Stephen McLaughlin with a cross. So there you go. Mansfield Town 2, Colchester United 1. And there's been a booking as well. Tom Dallison Lisbon from Colchester United is shown a yellow card in the 4th minute of added on time at the end of the game, saying he's your book, son. So there we are. And it's finished now at Rochdale. It finished Rochdale 1, Harrogate Town 4. Ball gave Rochdale the lead in the 7th minute. And then that goal was assisted by John. And then Thompson equalised for Harrogate Town in the 14th minute. That goal was assisted by Falkenham. And then Armstrong grabbed 2 goals in 5 minutes for Harrogate Town. Scored the first in the 53rd minute and the second in the 58th minute to put Harrogate Town 3-1 up. And both those goals were assisted by Coley and Headley. And then in the 17th minute, following, added a 4th for Harrogate Town to make the final score Harrogate Town 4, Rochdale 1. The final match stats, possession was 50%, right down the middle. The shots Rochdale had 11, Harrogate 10. 2 shots on target for Rochdale, 4 on target for Harrogate. The corner count was 6-5 in favour of Rochdale, and the foul count was 12-10 to Rochdale. So there you go. That was the Rochdale-Harrogate game. And then Hartlepool, Stockport County. The game ended in an easy 5-0 victory, like I said a few minutes ago, for Stockport County. They won 5-0 at Hartlepool United. The goals coming in the 16th minute for Watton. He then added the second one in the 20th minute. The goal in the 20th minute was assisted by Collar. And then Madden added one in the 61st minute to make it 3-0. That goal was assisted by Riddell. And then Camps added a goal in the 67th minute to make it 4. And then Collar rounded off the scoring to make it 5-0 in the 85th minute. So the match stats for this game, 55% possession for Hartlepool, 45% for Stockport. The shots, there were 7 shots for Hartlepool, 11 for Stockport. The shots on target, there was 1 for Hartlepool, 8 for Stockport. The corner count was 3-1 to Stockport, and the foul count was 13-8 to Hartlepool. So there you go. That was the Hartlepool-Stockport County match. And Mansfield Town Colchester game has ended. It's finished in a 2-1 victory for Mansfield. Mansfield winning by 2-1. Newby gave Colchester the lead in the 10th minute. Swan equalised for Mansfield in the 34th minute. And Atkins put Mansfield 2-1 up in the 2nd minute of added on time. Hewitt assisted the goal in the 34th minute, and McLaughlin assisted the goal in the 2nd minute of added on time at the end of the game for Mansfield. The match stats for this one: Mansfield had 54% possession, Colchester 46%. The shot count was 12-5 in favour of Mansfield. The shots on target were 6-2 in favour of Mansfield. The corner count was 2-1 to Colchester, and the fouls were 11 fouls committed by Mansfield, 9 by Colchester. So that's the Mansfield-Colchester game. Then the game at Northampton and Tranmere Rovers ended in a 0-0 draw. The match stats for this game: Northampton had 61% possession to Tranmere's 39. The shot count was 14 apiece. Shots on target was 5-3 to Tranmere. Corner count was 7-4 in favour of Northampton, and the foul count was 12-4 to Tranmere. So that's Northampton and Tranmere Rovers sorted out. And it's game between Carlisle and Sutton, as we knew, ended in a 1-1 draw earlier. Crawley Town 2, Swindon Till. Got what's going on there. 13 minutes of added on time played. I dread to think why the hell that is, but still, there you go. Just trying to see if I can see why. No, it doesn't say. But it's just a bit of a madness, really, isn't it? Altogether. But Crawley 2-0 up at the moment, are home to Swindon. 14 minutes of added on time played there. So we'll keep an eye on that one. And there's quite a few chats in the box, so let's go and check them out. And Khan AFC 84 says, yes, Gavin, I am. And Gavin's guessing Mayo way so. Gavin, I used to know a fella from Mayo, and he was fucking a hardcore head case. He really was. Lovely fella, but he was well off key. Imagine having a Chinese warrant. It would be hilarious. Laugh out loud. Why would it be hilarious, Taib? Like having the Chinese Elvis. And Khan says, no, mate, Dublin. And Gavin says, is there a place called Khan in Dublin too? Or is it a surname? And no, there isn't, mate. And as far as I know, the surname is Carney, but mine is O'Connor. There you are. There you go. Learned something today. The Yanks are out, says Khan AFC 84. Yep, they are. The Dutch roll on. The game today is County's biggest ever win at Hartlepool. There you go. Fantastic bit of statistical insight there from Dan. Stockport County record their biggest ever win at Hartlepool. So there you go. And I've had a few adventures myself at Hartlepool down the years. Yeah, not the best place to go in the middle of winter, and that's what I'm going to say. Oh, here we go. And Taib says, aluminium, linoleum, mybodilinium, aluminium, linoleum, myelobidinium, aluminium, linoleum, biodinium. Mate, what the hell's wrong with you? You have to be the maddest off-key person now. And it's hilarious. I love it. Used to live in Summerhill up in Dublin for a few years, says Gavin. Fair play, mate. Haven't been there myself. How is it? Gavin says 13 minutes putting Qatar to shame. Must have been war on that game, though. That's what I reckon it was. I reckon it just kicked off for some reason. They're all mental up Mayo, a wild breed. Mate, I saw a fella from Mayo, and where was the other fella from? It's a good mate of mine as well. He was from the part of Ireland. He was from the part of Ireland where Irish is the first language. Oh, God. His name was Corrig, and he came from Connemara, right? And they got into an argument over football, like Irish football. And it almost come to blows. They had to be separated. It got really heated. Yeah. So after that, they didn't really get on. So, and it's finally finished. It's finished. Crawley Town 2, Swindon Town 0. So let's go and check that one out. So it's finished. Crawley Town 2, Swindon Town 0. Two late goals from Tassarola in the 79th minute and Powell in the 83rd minute. The goal in the 79th minute was assisted by Fellows. And the match stats for this game, Crawley had 39% possession and Swindon 61. The shot count was 13-9 in favour of Crawley. The shots on target were 5-0 for Crawley. The corner count was 6-2 in favour of Swindon, and the foul count was 17-8 to Crawley. So there you go. That's that all up to date. And let's see what happened in the end at Accrington Stanley. So it ended at Accrington Stanley 1 apiece. Accrington Stanley 1, Oxford United 1. And the goals in that game came from Hamilton in the 84th minute and Henry in the 58th minute for Oxford. The goal for Accrington Stanley, scored in the 84th minute, was assisted by Longello, and the Oxford United goal was assisted by Brown. The match stats for this one: Accrington Stanley had 47% possession. Oxford had 53%. The shot count was 12-7 in favour of Accrington Stanley. The shots on target was 4-1 in favour of Accrington Stanley. The corner count was 5-2 to Accrington Stanley, and the foul count was 14-11 to Oxford. So there you go. That was the Accrington Stanley Oxford game. So there you go, guys. That's another Warren's Team Talk Saturday Matchday Live show over and done with for another week. Of course, I'll be back next Saturday as well, doing this all again. Let's just go here and see what we got next Saturday, because I ain't got a clue. I have to be honest, I really don't know. So there you go. We've got the championship next Saturday. That'll be good. The championship starts next Saturday. A few good games there. Look at that. Blackpool, Birmingham, Middlesbrough and Luton, Millwall against Wigan, Reading against Coventry, Sheffield United against Huddersfield, Stoke City and Cardiff, and Swansea against Norwich. So we'll be following that lot. And yeah, there you go. And that'll be interesting. And let's see. So Holland 3, USA 1. Tonight we've got Argentina against Australia. And in the Women's Super League, it finished Manchester United 5, Aston Villa 0. Arsenal 1, Everton 0. Leicester City 0, Chelsea 8. Jesus Christ. And then in the Championship today, it finished Sunderland 3, Millwall 0. So there you go. That's the end of the show. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks very much for tuning in and joining in. And Gavin says they're all mental up Mayo or Wild Breed, yeah. And Khan says, yes, mate, those Western lads are a bit bonkers. Yeah, they are a bit, that's for sure. And the girl Tash, yeah, fair play. Another green. Cheers, Warren. You're absolutely welcome, mate. I always enjoy doing these shows. It's great crack, and I really, really enjoy it. So listen, guys, go and have a great rest of your day, whatever you're doing. Thanks very much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. Whatever you're doing, stay safe, look after yourselves, look after all your family, your friends, your loved ones and whatnot, and all the people that are important to you. Please make sure you put a like on the video before you leave. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please make sure you do so. Thanks very much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you the next time. And don't forget, on Tuesday night, I think it's 7 o'clock, Kenny's going to be on here with me talking about, Ken's going to be on here talking about his, let's see if it's here. Hold on. Yeah. Kenny's going to be on there talking about his desert island football matches with me. So that'll be a great, great show. This will be the second episode of that new series. Jez was the first one who came on. So please make sure you come and check that out because it's going to be fantastic. Because Jez's one was great, so I've got no reason to suspect that this one won't be as well. And Kenny's made some great choices for his 5 matches, let me tell you. So please make sure you come and check that out. It's going to be a great show. Me and Kenny are going to get into his choices and find out all about them and whatnot. Because, like I say, there's some great games there. So thanks very much for watching, guys. And have a great night, like I say. And make sure you should spare some love and kindness around the world. And take care of yourselves. And thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you all again on Tuesday. Thanks a lot, people. Bye for now.